Okay, I believe we're live now. I apologize for the wait. I was just finishing up some upgrades. Gonna get this bad boy set up in Discord, and then we're not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna hop right into it. So we're gonna be watching 2 games today, and then we will be simcasting the rest, rather than just doing the normal sim. Creates more suspense, which for the purpose of week 17. Okay, the audio sounds good. So I'm simcasting the rest live with all of you because that's more fun. And for week 17, you know I love the suspense. Okay, so let's take a look at the current playoff picture. I believe the only team who's locked in their seed is us at 3. I don't think, because we have 10 wins, the Jets have 12, and the Cougars have 8. So we're locked at 3. I did bench a large chunk of my starters, including Phil Chippendale. We're going to get to see some Trace McSorley action. What's good, Jax? Welcome. But all the other seeds are up for grabs. The Jags, Jets, us, and Dolphins have clinched. The Cougars should get in pretty much no matter what. So they've practically clinched. The Raiders are probably fine too. So that leaves us with the 7 seed in the AFC. The Chiefs are 7-8, the Texans are 7-8, and the Titans are 7-8. So they are all fighting for that spot. I think the Bengals are as well. So that's a 5-way tie for 7, which is pretty wild. NFC, 3-way tie for first in the West. The Cardinals, Snowhawks, and Rams, I think all have either 11 or 12 wins, but I think they are all tied. The Bucks, have the Bucks clinched a playoff spot? I think they have. Or is it just the 3 West teams that have clinched? I could be wrong. What's good, Noob, Nick, and Colin? Yeah, just the 3 and it. Whoa, the Cardinals have clinched the top seed? That can't be right. Huh. Well, maybe Madden's just being weird. The Bucks and Bulldogs probably get in. The Panthers as well are interesting because they are tied with the Bucks in the division. And then the Caps and Saints are 1 game behind Carolina. If one of these 3 teams loses, then things get interesting with the 7 seed. So watch out for Carolina and New Orleans, and then the Thunderbirds, meanwhile, lead their division. Hate it, but love it at the same time. I feel ya. What is your overall since you're... Okay, yes, that's actually kind of a good idea. I'll show all the overalls now. Would it be retired? Well, I wouldn't say you have 0 shot. I mean, you could still hypothetically win the division and the wild card. Do I want to? Yes. Okay, so here are all the new ratings. If you made your upgrades, that's good news for you. Rewarding non-laziness. You love to see it. Smirnov, I think it might be higher. I think he's a 92, but with morale. So I think in actual talent, I believe he is a 91. Alright, so the first game of the day is the Thunderbirds and Chiefs. Nick specifically requested this one to go first. I don't really have a problem with that. So, Siri, give me a number between 1 and 2. Siri gave me a decimal. Pick a whole number between 1 and 2, goddammit. 2. Okay, we're using Toronto. The decimal was closer to 2 anyway. It was like 1.8 something. So, if Toronto wins, they clinch the NFC North and they will finish... They could hypothetically jump up to 2, can't they? Because the 2 and 3... Oh, wait, no, they lost the Bucks. Okay, I think Toronto at best can jump up to 3? They lost to Carolina as well. Yeah, I think the best they could do is 3. Oh, wait, no, 2 is the Chiefs. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, we're using the Chiefs. I thought Toronto was home for some reason. Nick got excited because he thought we were using him, but that's actually not the case. The Chiefs, meanwhile, they're 7-8. They pretty much have to win in order to get in. It's pretty much as simple as that. If they lose, they won't make it. If they do win, it's not a guarantee per se. Easy win for them? I don't know. I mean, Scooter hasn't been on his game, but he's still an MVP candidate. So here you go, F yourself. Is CD now a 91? I'm pretty sure. Probably. If not, he's close. Mahomes is 99 in all of his archetypes, by the way. That's kind of cool. What's good, Crockett? Welcome, my guy. Big game from Chargers. You guys are rooting for Toronto. Wow. I'd see rooting for Patrick Mahomes in a game where if Mahomes wins, he makes the playoffs. Never thought I'd see it. With all the trash talk. Sorry you can't hear. The Steamers are screwed. For the most part. Steamers have a very slight shot. They would need an absolute miracle. It's snowing, by the way, in Kansas City. Toronto has played in the snow in the past. Was the Hail Mary in the snow? I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure the Hail Mary in the playoffs last year was in the snow. Who won the first game? This is the first game. We just started streaming like 5 minutes ago, so you haven't missed anything. But both teams know the stakes. If Toronto wins, they are in. If Kansas City wins, then things get really dicey in both conferences. I think both teams could hypothetically miss if the Chiefs win. Both teams could also hypothetically make it if the Chiefs win, although those scenarios are very unlikely. If Toronto wins, we know they're in, and we know the Chiefs are not, unless all the 7 seeds are 7 and 9, and Madden just decides to give it to the Chiefs, because Madden would. The Chargers weren't projected to make the playoffs going into last week, and then they lost, and then they jumped up to 7. So, who knows? Yeah, you guys are rooting for the Thunderbirds, too. I mean, the Chiefs winning wouldn't be as bad for the Raiders as it would be San Diego, because the Raiders should probably make it anyway. But, yeah, for insurance, I would say you guys could use a Toronto win here. If I told you Smirnoff draft class, he'd be the first 90 plus X Factor, I would call you crazy, yes. But, wait, not necessarily. Because I think Painter's an 89 with X Factor. So if Smirnoff doesn't jump in Dev, which he should, he probably will. But if Smirnoff doesn't jump in Dev, then it's probably going to be Painter. There's a nice sack for Uchenna Nwosu. Yes, all the upgrades are in. So if you put in your upgrades, good for you. I wonder how. I'm really curious to see how Scooter plays, because he's been the legit third best MVP candidate all year, but he's not played great the past couple of weeks, particularly week 15 where he was really bad. So I'm curious to see if he comes out with a vengeance. Now, regardless of what happens today, it's still been a great year for Scooter. He outperformed everybody's expectations. Oh, dear. Oh, dear! Okay, that's not much. I thought that was going to be a loss of, like, 10 at first. Insta lose for all the NFC against AFC, except for Steamers. Yeah, you guys could use a Toronto loss here. Oh, wait. Yeah, the Steamers are what? 7 and 8, or are they 6 and 9? I forget. I'm pretty sure the Steamers are 7 and 8. If they're not 7 and 8, they're in trouble. Let me see. Here's Patrick Mahomes, by the way. What is the Steamers' record? They are 6 and 9. Okay. Oh, I think Memphis is actually officially out. Because they can't win the division, because Toronto is 8 wins, and the 7 seed is 9 wins. Okay, so Memphis is out. I thought they weren't for some reason. This was in real life, people would be like, Scoot is a runner. Yes, they would do exactly what they do with Lamar. Exactly. Scooter's pretty much for Lamar Jackson in the OFL, which is a compliment to Scooter. Technically, by definition, he was a running back, yes. It wouldn't really be a meme, it would more so be true. Because he did play running back. In the snow, both teams have to run the ball well. Aaron Jones has really picked it up the second half of the year. And the Chiefs have depth at running back, but they don't have that one guy, except for Scuda. Wink, wink. I'm sorry, I had to. Mahomes with a... Oh my goodness, what a catch! Who is that? Was that Gallup? Gallup always mosses people. Yep. Michael Gallup. How many times have we seen Michael Gallup moss people in watch games? It feels like every game he does this. I mean, he had two players just smothering him. How did he catch it? He literally had two people on top of him. That is unbelievable, as it buffers for Nick not to see. What did I think of your QB tier list? I thought it looked pretty good. Here, let me get a close look at it again. Let me see if there's something I heavily disagree with. I feel like Lamar and Deshaun are too high. Particularly Deshaun. There's a nice touchdown for CeeDee Lamb. But I don't know, I feel like... And I feel like Matt Woodard shouldn't be with Scuda and Keith Priolio yet. I mean, Woodard does have X Factor, but I don't think he's on the level of Scuda or Keith. I think Woodard's probably still too early to tell.
The kick is good. Makes the score Thunderbirds.
I feel like Mookie Gray's a little bit too high, too. I don't think Mookie Gray's all that good. I wouldn't put him with Baker, Jimmy G. Jimmy G should probably go up one. But I think for the most part, it's actually pretty good. Why does Mahomes play like Lamar and Scuda play like... I don't get it. I agree. Mahomes runs like he's Lamar in a watch game. And Scuda doesn't, which is weird because Scuda literally played running back. Where's Russell Wilson? Oh, Russell Wilson's at the bottom, yes. Right where he belongs. What if the Chargers and Chiefs both lose in both? Is that possible? I don't think that... No, that's not possible. I guess they both could technically make it. If they both win and the Raiders lose, then maybe they both jump the Raiders. But that's fairly unlikely. You don't know why Mahomes runs so much, but you like it sometimes. I mean, for the most part, it works. It didn't work out that first time, I think, against the Bucs. But for the most part, it actually hasn't worked out that bad. So great. Well, maybe Mookie Gray can develop, but he does have a lot of weapons. He has Nick Chubb, Mike Evans, Malachi Arnold, and he's just, I don't know. I just don't think he's that good. Maybe he proves me wrong. But the Steelers are arguably the worst team in the league, and they have a really fine supporting cast around him, and he's just not. He's shown flashes. Mookie's had some good games, but he has more bad games than he does good. Fair enough is a god at everything except for pocket awareness, and every quarterback sucks at pocket awareness in this game. So, you don't know what to think of Mookie Gray. I don't really blame you, because Mookie Gray's weird. Let's go, Knicks defense. Let's go. We're not doing too well on this drive so far. How was that not intercepted? That was right in his hands. Do you coach the Steelers? They'd be a playoff team? Maybe. That'd be interesting. I feel like the Steelers could be good, especially with the AFC North being not the strongest. I think the Steelers, if they find a few pieces in the offseason, maybe they could be good. Except Mahomes, whenever he sees pressure, he just runs. Yeah, Mahomes is actually good with the EA pocket awareness. That's EA's way of making him good. Where's Colbert? I think he put Colbert on the too early to tell. Yeah. I would say that's probably pretty accurate. Oh, wow, they have it at 12. Hello. Tack shotty! Offense needs a new playbook? Maybe. I wonder how the Steelers would do with the Saints' offensive playbook. Cobert's been hurt often, which doesn't help, and he's just a weird player. So, oh man, Scooter was close to being 6 for 9 with 69 yards. He's 7 for 10 with 68. First quarter done. Toronto up 7-0, but the Chiefs have it inside the 10. Marching on the doorstep. Toronto clinches with a win. If the Chiefs win, it's pretty much 50-50 if Kansas City gets in with a win. With a loss, it's probably more like 5% because they're not projected to make it, but it's Madden, so you never really know. 3rd and 7. Intercepted in the end zone. Okay, welcome to the second quarter, folks. Denzel Ward with the INT. Wow, that's a big start to the second quarter. That is significant. Colbert wins, but he doesn't put up great numbers. Colbert just has a lot of games where he puts up good numbers. Like, I don't think he's ever had, like, a super crazy game, but he always puts up good numbers. I don't know if he's ever had, like, a bad game in Sim, which is odd. The 93 overall Denzel Ward, what a guy. Hopefully he's a 93. He's probably in the ballpark, I would think. Oh, look at Aaron Jones! Finds Vaseem. Down the field, can he go all the way? He does! A 77-yard touchdown for Toronto. What a start to the second quarter for the Thunderbirds. Holy smokes. At the end of the first quarter, I said it was anybody's game. The Chiefs were down by 7. They had it on the goal line. And now, Toronto leads 14-0. What a run for Aaron Jones. Found the hole right there. And then, boom, off to the races. Not a great start for Kansas City Chiefs today. Colbert did have that really good playoff game against the Colts, yeah. That's probably the only time where he's played well in a watched game. Colbert can perform in watched, but the injuries might have forced him to be a lot worse than he should. Also, dang, Sim? Well, if it's a 3-score game by halftime, it will be a Sim. Aaron Jones in the second half, I'm not going to disagree. He has been really impressive. He's one of the main reasons why you guys have turned from bad to good again. Because you guys could not run the ball at all at the beginning of the season, I'm pretty sure.
James Conner on the carry. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
But the Chiefs aren't technically out of it. Who starts with the ball? I think Toronto starts with it in the second half. I'm pretty sure Casey had it first. Oh my, look at this. Is this tack shoddy? Okay, Kansas City. They answer back with a long touchdown of their own. That is D.D. Westbrook, not tack shoddy. Okay, well this game just got interesting. This really is a track race. Quite the start. We've got ourselves a good one. Colbert needs like 15 skill points thrown into West Coast so he can be at least occasionally good at throwing short passes. I think Colbert's like a 69 now. First of all, nice. Second of all, he's improved by like 15 or 20 ratings. What was he when he got drafted? Like mid-50s? So he has improved quite a lot. Have to play the second half of the season Buffalo. Oh yeah, I mean Buffalo wasn't good last stream though, but I don't know why they've gone from so bad to fairly good. I mean, it's not enough to push them in the playoffs. They have what, 6 wins? I think so. That's an interesting game. I wonder who's going to win that one. Aaron Jones doesn't quite get 77, but he does get 1-7. Second and 3, another nice play for Aaron Jones. He's on fire so far, 54. Yeah, he's gone up 15 ratings, and he's been hurt quite a lot. Specifically the torn Achilles this year. I don't know if he's going to be back for the start of the year. I mean, he probably wouldn't miss a ton of time, but I think he's going to become healthy right around when the season starts. So I don't know if he's going to miss time or not. T-Bird's going to probably choke and miss the playoffs because of EA. No, Nick's works chokes are in the playoffs. So knowing EA, I feel like Toronto's going to win and find a way to do something really stupid in the playoffs. Like the 4th and 22 and the fake punt against the Bears. Oh, and the Hail Mary. Do you guys know the story of the Hail Mary? Against the Cardinals in the 2nd round last year. Aaron Jones can run like this in both season, or offense will be unstoppable. Probably, yeah. I mean, you have one of the better passing attacks, and Aaron Jones has been a mess. So there's no reason for you guys to not be one of the biggest threats in the NFC. Yes, we know about the Who's Stupid Hail Mary. Are you sure about that? I don't know if you do. First down, look at Mahomes on the run. And he's injured. Oh, my goodness. Oh, dear. Do they have him going to the locker room? This could change everything. Oh, my goodness. He is going to the locker room in pain. Wow. Okay. So what, is it Ben Roseman time? That completely changes everything. So now the question becomes, is he out for the game, or is he going to be out for longer? Because since they showed him going to the locker room, he's done for the game. That's what the locker room thing means. If they showed him on the sidelines, he'd be fine in like 2 plays. So let's see what Ben Roseman's all about. Bye-bye, Machoke. He gone. Here's EA. Nick spoken into existence. I thought EA was going to wait until the playoffs, but nope, they're going to do it right now. But Ben Roseman's been kind of solid so far. Cheering injuries, sad. Well, we cheer injuries in a video game. Just got a 10-kill win in Fortnite. Couldn't be me. Touchdown for the Thunderbirds. They're back up by 14. Okay, I want to go back and see the injury, but I'm worried it's going to do that glitch where we have to watch the whole rest of the game and we can't go back, which could be a problem because this could be a sim. So I guess we're going to have to wait, which I don't want the suspense here. I want to know what happened. You predicted something bad would happen, and you were right. What if Mahomes is out for the rest of the playoffs? And what if it's Ben Roseman who leads Nick to a ring? That would be the funniest thing. Who would start next year, Roseman or Mahomes if that happened? And if Roseman was like really good, it's not like the team carried him. If like he was the best player in the playoffs, if he won OFL Bowl MVP, who would start? Two-minute warning. Thunderbirds up 21-17, although it has not been a particularly great game for them because of a certain injury. Wait, who got hurt? I wasn't looking at the screen. I was setting up my Premiere real quick. Is that Chris Jones? Do they have Chris Jones not going to the locker room? Why are all the current Chiefs getting hurt against the Chiefs? It's like it's almost meant to be. I'm pretty sure that's Chris Jones, though. They do get the stop. Oh, yes, please, EA. If Roseman leads you to a ring while being a good quarterback, you're putting Mahomes on the block, as you should. Imagine Ben Roseman is who wins it for Nick. That'd be the funniest thing. He had the #1 pick of the fantasy draft. He picks Patrick Mahomes, who ends up being pretty good. I wouldn't say really good. He's not at the level of a Smirnoff or a Burrow, but he's probably close behind. And it's Ben Roseman, of all people, who does it. Was Ben Roseman drafted, or was he undrafted? I have no clue. Please injure another X Factor of yours. Reggie Peters is already injured. Speaking of Reggie Peters, I figured out the issue why he can't go off of IR. It's because you can only take so many people off of IR in one season, which I learned the hard way in the Jags series in Season 3, because I put a bunch of guys on IR and it wouldn't let me take them off, because I was used to the IR rules of the 2020 NFL season where you could put guys on and off, like, easily. But in a non-pandemic season, I think he can only take like 2 guys off of IR in 1 year. I think. So I guess Reggie Peters is not going to be back for the playoffs. That's why I was doing that. CPU drafted him in the 5th round, so it's going to be a CPU quarterback who leads you guys all the way. You can only take 1 person off of IR. Yeah, maybe it's 1. I don't remember the exact number. It's either 1 or 2. Which urinating tree commentated the team's years? He would have a field day. Imagine if Urinating Tree made like an OFL related video. That'd be the funniest thing. You haven't taken anyone off. Oh, I thought you had. Well, if you haven't, then that's kind of weird, and I'm going to have to try to figure that out again. Huh. That's odd. Well, that's if you haven't taken anyone off of IR, then I don't know why I would be doing that. Reggie would have been your first? Huh. I could have sworn you had someone on IR early in the year. Maybe I'm wrong. Casey has it with 24 seconds. If a 4, what a punt! By Keaton. Maybe we need Keaton at quarterback. Maybe that's the key. Thunderbirds are most cursed franchise in history. Found a way to blow it. Fans in Toronto do not think it can get any worse, but the ball falls from the heavens and the Thunderbirds find a way to lose again. Oof. Why are you losing? You're done with this. But you injured Patrick Mahomes, so congratulations. But yeah, you guys are not looking particularly good at the moment. And Toronto starts with ball in the second half. Looking forward to the draft. What if the Chiefs lose and Madden still puts them in the playoffs? 21-7, although both teams are pretty... Why are they showing Patrick Mahomes? He's injured. But it's been a pretty rough start for both teams today. It would be very unlikely, but Madden's done it in the past. They kind of did it with the Chargers last week, putting them in after they lost. So... Octi is IT3 is today's Westlake thumbnail. Indeed, I do. Maybe for a good reason. Still feel like you have no chance of winning this game? I mean, you guys, if you score on this possession, the game becomes a sim. Give it to Jones, let him do the work. That should be the game plan, yeah. What if Aaron Jones gets hurt? I mean, we've seen crazier. Frederick better than IT3. Frederick's better at, I don't know, blocking. How was that pass caught? And who caught that? I mean, they didn't get the first down. That looked like a lineman. I think that's Evan Engram. Yeah. Unrealistic. Engram would have dropped it. Factual. If the Chiefs want to get back in this game, they're going to have to do some quick damage. If Scoot is a legitimate MVP candidate, it's time to see what he can do right here. Cobra, stop it. Or what, Crocker? We're going to have a fight between IT3 and Frederick to where they both get kicked off the team and suck? Or maybe because they fight, maybe they are the only, maybe they want to be so much better than the other one that they become the 2 best players in the country. Maybe that works. Scoot is probably not going to catch up to the top 2, but if he wants to cement himself for 3rd place, then let's see it here. If Evan Engram has a catching rating over a 65 in Madden 22, I'll riot. Remember when didn't he make the Pro Bowl last year? How? Were him and Hawkinson the NFC tight ends? I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because if he had made it over Hawkinson, I would have revolted. He is a better overall than Lucas Thomas, you'll riot. I mean, he will. He probably should. Although it would be fair to say that Logan Thomas was a little bit better last year. I probably wouldn't argue that. You're going to win the Heisman and have a 2,000-yard season. And Jafredrick is going to get 1,999 yards and get second. Yeah, Hawkinson and Engram were the NFC tight ends, and everybody thought Robert Tonyan should have gotten in instead of Engram, which, to be honest, even though he's a Packer, I mean, I don't disagree. Tonyan was better. James Conner getting most of the carries even though he's not starting. Maybe it's because he's listed as the power back or something. That would probably be why. Kansas City's starting to move it. They have it at the 30. They are far from out of this game.
The pass intended for number 18, incomplete.
The Cowboys tight end was better than Engram. Who? Dalton Schultz? I don't know if I go that far. I mean, I don't think Evan Engram's all that special, but
Intended for number 83, incomplete. He was covered by Noah 8-foot.
3rd and 10. If they don't get this in a must-win game, 4th and 10 at the 30 with about 3 minutes left in the third quarter, they would not go for it, but you can make the argument that they should. All right, 4th and 10. They're going to kick the field goal.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
I think this is probably the right call, but I think you can make a... Oh, my goodness, he missed it. Oh, he made it. No, never mind. I thought he was going to miss it. It looked like it did not have the distance and the accuracy, but I guess it barely curved in. 4 eyes. Rodrigo Blankenship cuts it down to 11. A touchdown does still make this a sim game, for what it's worth.
First down and 10.
Toronto's still up by 2 scores.
32-yard line.
Rodrigo, stop scaring me! Scuda is a running back. What's good, Apple? Welcome, my guy.
Intended for Evan.
Look, it's OFL, indeed. Please give the ball to Aaron Jones. That should be the game plan for you guys. I don't know if it will. Oh, it's a screen. They're going to actually give him the ball, and he loses, like, 5.
Complete to Aaron Jones.
Good play by Elliott? Is that his name? That's what it looks like. What is this play called? Is Toronto starting to throw the game now? Imagine if Kansas City actually wins. That'd be funny. That'd be a little bit funny. 3rd and 15. Ben Roseman gonna take... What is that coverage?
The pass.
Why did Kansas City have nobody within 20 yards of Reggie Rutledge?
Gain of 37 yards.
What the heck was that defense? They were barely sending any pass rush. Once they kind of got close, they leave them wide open. That is social distancing in a nutshell. Are you an 87? You were probably pretty close to an 87, yeah. Might be going all in next year. I mean, since there are only 2 more years of OFL 21, I wouldn't blame you. I mean, you're going to have probably either a 1st or 2nd pick. Who do the Colts play this week? I totally forget. And the Steelers, because the Steelers are also 3 and 12.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
The Colts play the Titans, who are fighting for a playoff spot. And the Steelers play the Bengals, who are also fighting for a playoff spot. So, 2 pretty meh teams. I don't know who is the tiebreaker over them. Stop passing. Well, the passing is working. At least for one pass did.
Aaron Jones on the carry. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4.
Oh, at the beginning of the year you were an 87? Well, you're probably higher. I showed the ratings at the beginning of the stream. I don't remember what everyone was.
The pass. Complete to Aaron Jones. A gain of 13 yards. And a Toronto first down.
Can't relate to having a bad backup quarterback. Facts. Very relatable because our backup is Trace McSorley. So, I don't know how it feels to have a bad backup quarterback either. First down. Look at all this time he has. What is this pass rush? It's not good. That's what it is. No reason to... Well, they're throwing it fine. I mean, yeah, giving it to Aaron Jones works. They get the first down in the third quarter, or at least I think they did. They did. He clearly had that. Huh, okay. Well, I guess it's 3rd and inches to start the fourth quarter. It clearly looks like he had it. Hold on, I'm going to go back. It clearly looked like he had it. That's not even close. How are they not saying that's a first down? And now it's a 5-wide set. If Toronto does not get this first down, they don't deserve to. Okay. Whatever. I don't know how you call that not a first down. Aaron Jones was a good yard pass for first down marker when he got tackled. But the fact that Toronto went 5 wide and threw it on 3rd and inches, they don't deserve to get the first down. Might trade Jones if he's okay with that. I mean, if you can get an upgrade. But Jones has been fine. Or Goof. But your defense, I think, needs more help than your offense for sure. Touchdown would have equaled Sim, but since Toronto decides not to know how to play call, Kansas City gets to stay alive a little bit longer. Noob, did you bench your starters? I don't know if they've actually clinched, because I know Madden said they did, but I don't think it's that easy, because division tiebreakers usually don't carry over. That was dangerous. So, Noob doesn't really have a reason to. The only person who has a reason to bench for starters is me, because we're locked into the 3 seed, which I did. I didn't bench all of them, I benched most of them. I think I kept the starting offensive line in, and maybe like the starting defensive tackles, and then other than that, I pretty much benched everyone else. Here's a nice throw. Okay, Tack, you're cut. I claim Tack. You might have to be the most disappointing team. Well, you made it to the playoffs last year. Maybe going into this, well, I feel like there have been more disappointing teams in OFL 21. And we still got to see what you do the final 2 years. If the Panthers win, you're out. Well, not if. What if the Bucks lose or the Bulldogs lose? So I wouldn't say necessarily, although a Panthers loss would be very helpful to you guys. But you guys have a lot of different scenarios you could get in with, which is why I think as long as you guys win, you have a legit shot to make it. You're thinking 11-5 or 12-4. I mean, comparison to your expectations, that's definitely quite disappointing. But maybe next year will be different. I don't know. Max Williams being the GOAT type guy. 3rd and inches. Why? You're just punching it with James Conner. Is this my favorite series that I do? I would probably give that to Westlake. Did they stop him? They stopped him. Wow. This is definitely the series with the most subscriber engagement. I will say that for obvious reasons. But what a stop on 4th and inches by Toronto. That should win it? Probably? Disliking him stream because of his horrible offensive coordinator. I don't think he got it, no. I think they did make the right call there. But you guys had it on 2nd and inches and 3rd and inches, and I'm pretty sure you threw it both times. So, I should have ran at least once there. Candy bars. So what, the D-line isn't going to be ready next week for the 5 seed or 6 seed? Whoever that ends up being. I'm pretty sure the Lions get eliminated with Toronto winning, right? Because the only way Detroit would have gotten in is if they won the division, because they only have 7 wins, so I don't think they can get a wild card. You'll have a 299 overalls, 193, and 89, and a 90, and a couple 87. That's pretty solid. Who got injured? I was not looking at the screen. Is it Aaron Jones? I bet it's Aaron Jones. It's Anthony Costanzo, who appears to be fine. Okay. Just sim it. I'm out of here. Well, you're only down by 14, so we can't sim yet. He says, boo. You're not out of it yet. If it's a 3-score game, then we sim. You don't care about old man Costanzo? Costanzo must be offended by your comments. Funny that the NFC's been the best conference in all 3 years, and they've gotten better. I feel like last year the NFC was a little bit more stacked, but I feel like this year the NFC is like way more deeper than the AFC. Just gonna get vets, good vets. That probably should be the plan for a lot of people. Particularly you guys, yeah. But this free agency class is supposed to be really good. This one and the next one are going to be loaded. Particularly next one, but this is the first, like, actually good free agency class. So, funny how the NFC has been dominated by the Diablos. Did we go 4-0? We might have. Or do you mean the AFC's been dominated by the Diablos? That might be what you mean. But yeah, for the most part. We've won the division all 3 years, right? I think so, yeah. Although it's been close all 3 years because the AFC West is usually pretty good. 3rd and 8, they don't get it, but a field goal does make this a sim. Gonna spend and spend a lot. Who are your biggest free agents? I'm not sure. I think before we sim a week, I can maybe show them. No, you mean, oh, for Super Bowls? Well, I guess we're the only AFC team to win an OFL Bowl. Oh, well, although technically the Jets did in the sim year, but in the non-sim year, yeah, we're the only one. So, you do be right there. AFC West is a cupcake. Well, the AFC West is 4 good teams. The NFC West is 3. Because San Francisco isn't good. I still think the NFC West is better than our division, but I think the AFC West is probably the 2nd best division. Thinking he'll go to the OFL Bowl is crazy, but divisional would be cool. And that'd certainly be better than 3-13. I mean, maybe the Jaguars come back down to earth next year. Who knows? All right, so now that it's 27-10, it is time to sim. Toronto will punch their ticket into the postseason officially right there. After starting 1-4, I think. The Thunderbirds run the table for the most part. They finish, what, 8-3? Despite selling at the deadline and have clinched the NFC North. Kansas City falls to 7-9. It looked like there was a time where they were shoo-ins for the playoffs. And now, barring an absolute miracle, looks like they will not make it. Can we look at Cobert's ratings? Yeah, it's fine. Actually, I'll do all that stuff at the end. If anyone wants to see anyone's particular ratings. Scooter was pretty mediocre. Not bad, not great. Ben Roseman was solid in relief of Patrick Mahomes, and we'll check out his injury after we look at the box score. Aaron Jones was very impressive. If Mahomes is out for a while, he's going to have to carry. Tack Shoddy led the game in catches. It looks like Gallup led in yards. No, it was D.D. Westbrook on that one catch. Mahomes with the perfect passer rating. Even though he only threw 3 passes. 15 tackles for Dante Doolittle. Oh, Kenny Clark got injured. Wait, I thought it was Chris Jones. Oh, they both got injured. Oh, my goodness. I didn't even know Kenny Clark got hurt. Ouch. That's kind of depressing. So what? Is that Nick's 3 highest rated players? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. But yes, we're checking injuries. And if you guys had IT, imagine. Clark got, apparently, I didn't know he got hurt. Alright, let's see what happened to Toronto. Okay, so the 2 defensive tackles are fine, but Patrick Mahomes tore his labrum, and I think the earliest he can return is the OFL Bowl. Actually, technically, it's for Pro Bowl. So if you guys don't make the OFL Bowl, then Mahomes will be healthy then. Can I take Reggie Peters off of IR? Oh, I can. Oh. Huh, okay. So Reggie Peters is back. At least you got that going for you. Okay, I want to check one thing. I don't remember if I fixed the Steamers depth chart last stream. Is Duval starting? Okay, he is. Okay. All right, on to the next game. Cardinals and Panthers. Who is home? The Panthers are home. You just tweeted something. Congratulations. You would have gladly sacrificed Chris Jones to the injury gods to keep Mahomes healthy. I don't blame you. Siri, pick a whole number between 1 and 2. Siri picks 2. I think that's Carolina. Okay, let me pull up your rating real quick. Nope, wrong button. We want create a new character. Colts are a 88. Alright, so we're going to use your Carolina. If the Panthers win, they are probably in. If Arizona wins, they have a far better shot of clinching the division and the top seed. Yeah, how could Arizona have clinched the top seed already? Because they're all tied. What if Arizona loses and the other 2 wins? That makes literally no sense. I don't get that, but whatever. So clearly that's a lie, and clearly Arizona has to try. Imagine if Arizona loses and one of those other teams wins and they still give the division to the Cardinals. That'd be a little bit funny. Alright, do we want to wear, like, blue for Carolina? Color rush? I'll show all player ratings at the end for anybody who wants to see anyone in particular. If no one has any objections, I say we rock with the color rushes. How many bars does the controller have? Okay, good. It's still at 1. It was at 1 to start, so I didn't know if it will go the full way, but it looks like we'll be good. Must be the best team to be this horribly bad? Probably. Do they have All Blacks? I don't know. I guess it's too late, but... Maybe we can wear All Blacks in the playoffs if they make it. Alright, another big game for both teams. The playoff implications are a little bit less clear in this one than the first one. So, if Carolina wins, I think they're in. That's fairly clear. If they lose, then they probably miss. Probably. Depends on what happens with, like, the Saints and the Caps and stuff. So they could still get in with a loss. They definitely get in with a win. Arizona's already clinched. If they win, they have a good shot at winning the division. If they lose, not so much. Whoever gets to play you in the playoffs, congrats on winning. Hey, Ben Roseman was good. Come on, Ben Roseman was kind of good today. He wasn't great, but he was fine. What if you get to a 90 to 91 team by next year? You'll be 5-11. Well, if this year's any indication, I guess. Cardinals start the ball, so we get to see the MVP favorite, Alexei Smirnov. There's a good start for Kamara.
brought down at the 26. A gain of 13 yards. And a Cardinal first down.
Basically, you can't have Wally for the postseason. Well, Wally's out as long as Mahomes is. So, I guess technically no, but he would have been out until at least the OFL Bowl anyway.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
You don't know how I play this game? It's so bad. Well, I'm not playing. We're watching. We're watching. Madden simulation in its finest. There's a nice dot. What a hit. Still gets a first down, though. Guess if it's... Okay, yeah, I guess you're right. I thought you were referring to just this. But, yes, I do play Madden NFL 21 football. Who is this? Is this Joe Tooney? Why does Joe Tooney always get hurt? Feels like he's played like 4 games this year. Decent run for Kamara. Do I watch anime? No, sir, I do not. I know nothing about it. I just know that it's a thing and people enjoy it. Oh my goodness, is that Waller? What a catch! 5,000 career receiving yards, that's a lot. In his NFL/OFL career? I'm surprised it will be that much. So the Cardinals are on the board first. A quick start for Smirnoff and company as they try to clinch the 1 seed and the division. Defense is better. Let me have a more dangerous offense. Might have 299 overalls, but that side's not good enough. I mean, don't you have like a super deep receiving core though too? Anime's better than cricket. A lot of things are better than cricket. To be fair. Not rooting for Smirnoff to get hurt, but if EA is truly not biased, they should injure Smirnoff just to get even. Well, EA doesn't hate noobs, so EA's not going to do that. Here comes Baker Mayfield in Carolina. Mayfield's thrown for a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns, and a lot of interceptions. He's at 17. He's been a little bit disappointing. Carolina's not been as good this year as they had the past 2 years. But, again, with a win, they still make the playoffs. Imagine a playoff game between Arizona and Toronto, but instead of Smirnoff versus Mahomes, it's Trubisky and Roseman. That'd be so funny. You know, if Arizona loses today, and they get the 5 or 6 seed, they very well could be matched up with Toronto. That's a very... And if Arizona wins today... Well, if Arizona wins, they'll probably get the 1. But there's a very realistic possibility that these two teams play in the first round. Imagine if Smirnoff won the game off a Hail Mary again. That would never happen, but that'd be too funny. Probably get some of those receivers for a true second option. Yeah, probably. Think you've watched I've never watched a single second of either, so I couldn't tell you if they were interesting or not. Let's do better than... Yeah, didn't your defense not... Was it against like San Francisco or somebody? I don't remember exactly who. Okay, look at this move. Oh my goodness. Wow, nice tackle. There's J.K. Dobbins, who lately has been a machine in Carolina watched games. Whereas the early parts of OFL 21, I teased them about how bad J.K. Dobbins was in watched games. And now he's Literally insane. He's at pretty much 1,000 yards. He's only 2 away. Baker's going to throw a pick now. That'd be funny. He's already at, what, 17 this year? Suppose there are more unlikely things. Doesn't throw a pick on that play, but he is sacked by Adrian Amos. Touchdown saving tackle's going to force him to throw a pick. Whoever that player who got the tackle would be owed quite a lot of money. Okay, no interception, but the touchdown saving tackle does keep 4 points off the board from Panthers, assuming they make the field goal. Which they do. I don't know if I've seen a block yet in Madden 21. Like, block kicks were so often last year. This year, I don't think I've seen one. I would almost rather a lot of blocked kicks than none because it becomes more unpredictable. Bend but don't break. Wentz for Goof and Robbie. Isn't Robbie already on the Caps, though? But Indy actually kind of would make sense for Carson. If the Caps do want to trade him and want to rock out with Phil Riddle, that actually kind of makes sense. That'd be ironic because Phil Riddle was like the 3rd stringer last year. And now the new guy the Colts would want would be getting replaced by Phil Riddle. I don't know, that's kind of funny. Roseman is going to have a Josh Allen type of performance. Oh, please. Oh, my gosh. That'd be so funny. Indy would make sense because if it didn't have Mahomes. Well, Apple mentioned that he'd want an upgrade to Mahomes. I think Wentz would probably be an upgrade to both of their quarterbacks. Although Goff and Mahomes are both, I would say, starting level quarterbacks. Although Carson hasn't been great this year, he was the MVP last year. Mahomes would probably be okay with that. I mean, Caps are fun. You already, not the real Colts. You guys know what I mean. Nice run for Kamara. I guess that'll end the first quarter, 7-3. Pretty good start for the Cardinals. Not a great start for Carolina, who, with a loss, they could still make it, but they can control their own destiny. Smirnoff does look locked in. He's been pretty good. I'm sure Smirnoff wants that week off. I'm sure he wants to go back to his comrades in Russia. Don't think Wentz has 20 touchdowns. He has like 12 interceptions. Yeah, but Wentz was the MVP last year. So 7 for 7. Goddamn, that's pretty good. Probably an incompletion coming. Roseman better than Wentz. If Ben Roseman actually wins an OFL ball, what does that turn Ben Roseman into? A meme or a goat? Nick, don't go there. Nothing going there. He'd be both. Yeah, you're probably right. Andre Dillard is now hurt. I thought Kamara was going to be injured for a second. Not that Dillard is insignificant, but Roseman's limited time as a starter. He's been good in sim. Yeah, Roseman has started in some games here and there, hasn't he? 3rd and 7. I don't think they got it. Nice tackle by whoever that is. 51. Is that Kaiser White? I think he is Kaiser White. Yeah, K. White. Who needs O-line? Well, you don't really need it in Madden Sim, so you have that going for you. In Sim is the problem, though. Yeah, we haven't really seen him and watched. Although he was fine against Kansas City today. I mean, he wasn't great, but he played adequately. I mean, if Aaron Jones goes beast mode, then you really only need him to play adequately.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The wide receiver, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Let's see if Carolina can start to do some damage.
It's second and
Down by 7. They're still far from done. Baker is sacked. Ooh, Von Miller with his 150th in his NFL/OFL career. Had to take a leak. What did you miss? You might have missed the Cardinals kicking a field goal. I don't know if you were here for that. But other than that, not a lot's happened in the past minute. And I guess a Von Miller sack. I don't know if he missed that either. 3rd and 20. Nearly another sack. Baker has to just get rid of it.
Mayfield's pass. Thrown away.
Not a great start for Carolina so far.
Sets up 4th down.
Miller the killer. 4th and 20. 420 blaze it. If Arizona can score here, be up by 2 possessions, they will really put themselves in the driver's seat. You do not recall an Arizona field goal. Well, there you go. I guess that's what you missed.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here comes back Mr. Smirnov. Trade block. No. Well, does it? Yeah, I suppose it can open back up. Trades are not to be put in until after re-signings, but, I mean, you can always negotiate at any point throughout the season. I can't stop people from talking about trades at any time, so. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure the trade block can open back up for the playoffs.
Complete to Alvin Kamara.
You would prefer, yeah, you guys should be rooting for Arizona here.
Cardinals.
You don't really have to worry about Carolina losing for a wild card spot now since you clinched the division, but yeah, you guys should probably still be rooting for Arizona here. Kamara do be cooking.
The pass. Complete to John Ross. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Panthers' 46-yard line.
2nd and 7, not much for Kamara.
Alvin Kamara on the carry.
If Carolina can get a stop, they can really turn around the game. 5 wide set. What does Smirnov have up his sleeve right here? An incompletion, that's what he has up his sleeve. 4th and 3 at the 42. Why do I feel like they're going to kick a field goal? Okay, they're going to punt it. This is probably the right call. Smirnov completed a short pass. He's all grown up. I don't know about yet. He missed the one on 3rd down, but he's growing up, I guess. Not likely you're going to have a much better shot if you're playing LA or Portland. Yeah, but I would rather play one of those 2 teams in Arizona. Although I would probably pick both of them to beat you guys anyway, I would rather play one of them. I thought that was going to work. That seems like the type of play where it always does in video games, where the quarterback's under pressure, stays alive, and then has a receiver going backwards, and they make it work. Another sack for Arizona. Adrian Amos with 2 today. Carolina's offensive line has not done them well.
A 7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd.
At least you did not try a field goal. Yeah, I would go for it before I'd kick a field goal there on 4th and 3 at the 42 or whatever it was. Short throw for Odell. He doesn't get it. Baker's 6 for 9, but he is 2 yards above 69. That sucks. If only Odell gained 2 less yards.
4th down.
2-minute warning. Cardinals lead 10-3. I'm pretty sure Carolina starts with the ball in the second half. I think. Arizona's going to finish with like 26 sacks. Well, they need like 23 more, so. It's not like they have an obscene amount. Now, their pass rush has been miles better than Carolina's is today. But, I mean, it's not like 3 is... I mean, 3 is a big number in one half, but it's not like... historically. D of the fence. Can Smirnov and Friends make it a 2-score game again? That was dangerous and stupid. That could have gone really badly. It's intercepted by the Panthers. I think that's Ronnie Harrison. Wow. Hello. Okay, that flips the game on its side. You can't be doing that as the MVP favorite. I mean, he completely missed that throw. That wasn't even close. Right into Ronnie Harrison's hand. This has been all Arizona today. That completely changes everything. Trying to think of the team with a strong running style, you mean in real life or like a playbook in the game? How many Browns players does Carolina have? Ronnie Harrison, Odell, Baker? Guess it is kind of a lot. I don't know if there are any more that aren't off the top of my head. Maybe. EA, why? Playbook? Oh, I know the good passing playbooks. But I don't know any... the best running teams just have really good running backs in this game. And you obviously have that with Mr. Barkley. They're going for it! Oh, interesting. And it works. I don't blame them for doing that. 4th and 2. And pretty much a must-win game against probably the best team in the conference. I don't blame them for going for it there at all. Dallas is might. Because Zeke usually does better in Dallas compared to other places. I didn't even think of that one, but you're probably right. Because Zeke can be on and off in Madden Sim, but he always does well in Dallas. So that might be your best bet. Gotta risk it for the biscuit. And that decision to go for it will give them an additional 4 as it's JK all day. J.K. Dobbins for the touchdown. Carolina knocks it up at 10. So that interception proved to be a very big deal. And Carolina does start the ball in the second half.
His kick is good. That ties the game at 10.
Dallas, put it in the schemes thing in the Discord because I'm probably not going to remember otherwise. Remember Madden 19? Yeah, Zeke is a cheat code in Madden Sim, specifically when he's on Dallas. What about strong linebacker, defensive line, defensive playbook? I mean, if you're looking for one where you can get good pass rush from your edge rushers, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Green Bay, probably. I think Pittsburgh's would be a 4-3, and the other two would be a 3-4. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted again! What has happened to Alexei Smirnov? Consecutive interceptions for the MVP favorite. That one by Kaiser White. Uh-oh! What has happened to Smirnov? I mean, Smirnov winning MVP is far from a sure bet. And he is not... I mean, he played well throughout the first portion of this game. He was actually playing really well. Back-to-back interceptions. That's a big deal. What playbook makes an offense run it 95% of the time? I guess Dallas is probably your best bet. That should have been picked. What's good, Pokemon? Welcome, my guy. How we doing? 90+ awareness, throwing dumb passes. You're not wrong, Chief. 3rd and 10. Does he get it? That's close. They're not going to give it to him. Carolina's out of timeouts. I didn't even realize that. So why would he make that throw? Because it's EA Sports. So Carolina does not score before the half, and we are tied at 10. We've had no shortage of fireworks so far in our Week 17 extravaganza. The first game Although Toronto was in control for pretty much all of it, it was still a very interesting one. Geez, Carolina has 6 rushing yards. JK's good in watch games. You need to feed him the ball. Good, tomorrow's your birthday. Well, happy early birthday, my guy. We will lose now, but you're not losing at the moment. I wouldn't get too ahead of yourself. Carolina does start the ball, and they do have the momentum. Okay, can we not get this screen, EA? Thank you, EA, for cooperating. Have I done upgrades? Yes. Everybody who's put in upgrades before the start of the stream, they are all in. So everybody's upgrades are good. How are the Packers doing? You guys are, I think, 5 and 10. I'm not sure of your exact record, but I know you don't have a shot to make the playoffs. So you guys are pretty much playing for draft position. Who does Green Bay play today? Is their game significant for the other team in any way? Let's see. Green Bay plays the Bucks. Okay, that is significant, especially if Carolina wins. If Carolina wins today, then that's very significant for the Bucks. Jax Fox. I assume he meant facts, but we need Jack Fox for the memes in here. Bucks, we saw it. Yeah, that's an interesting game. That could be a tough one for Tampa Bay if their defense can't stop Sammy Sleeves. I know that's Sam Bradford's nickname, but that's what we're going to call Sam Darnold because I feel like it. Now you cannot tackle. Your scheme is made to stop short passes and cover deep. So your scheme is pretty much made to stop passes if you're covering deep and stopping short.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's a nice run for JK. That's 9 more rushing yards than they had in the entire first half.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Actually, no, that'd be 3 more because they had 6. Oh, I can't count today.
That's another Carolina Panther. First and 10.
Change your coach name to Jax Fox, and then change it to Jack Fox, so I can feel special. I've been trying to figure out which is the next Lion jersey I'm going to get, because I don't know. Because the only current player I have is Hawkinson. Imagine if I just got Jack Fox. Imagine if I got a punter jersey. That'd be funny. Why will Miles Jack fill the gap? Not like he's the best linebacker in the OFL or anything. Billy Costa, only a second-year man. Well, that pick proved to be a good one, although he wasn't super healthy this year. He's still quite good. Titans playbook. Well, Apple's looking for something that's good for running. The Titans playbook is very good for passing, though, yes. Titans, Saints, Chargers, New England. Those are, I think, like the 4 that are really good for passing. DeMarcus Lawrence, I think that was his hurt. That's significant. J.K. did not get it. Von Miller has been all over the field today. He's been really good. Carolina's going to kick. Trying to take their first lead of the game. Oh, is that Tack McKinley? I thought that was DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, they both have the same hair. That might have been Tack. I wasn't looking at the screen when I said who it was who got hurt. I just saw the player and I saw the hair. But it might have been Tack. Okay. I thought it was DeMarcus Lawrence. Well, that's better than Lawrence getting hurt. Baker, Chubb, and Garrett. You also have a Joe Thomas one. Which one should you get next? That's a good question. I know he's a rookie, but having a Wusu Koromoa on your back is kind of cool. Isn't he wearing like a weird number, like 28 or something? I don't remember exactly which number he picked, but it was kind of odd. Who's Sammy Sleeves? I think that's Sam Bradford's nickname, but I just felt like calling Sam Darnold that. Thinking OBJ. Oh, OBJ was a good one, but I don't know if I can count on him staying on the Browns forever. I mean, I don't think they'll trade him. I think they'd be a little bit silly too, but I guess we've seen crazier. Ward's a good one. Yeah, JOK is wearing 28. I was hoping Levi and Wuzurike would wear 69. I don't know if 69's taken. If he did, I would have bought that immediately. Same goes for Sewell, but Sewell hasn't picked his number since he didn't go to rookie minicamp. Jalen Smith is now hurt for Carolina. A lot of injuries today for pretty much everybody, except for the Chiefs, I think. Get Jeff O. Who's Jeff O? OBJ is going to be a Browns player for the rest of his life. Are you sure about that, Chief? Santana Moss, RG3, Haskins, and Chase Young. Santana Moss is kind of a good one. He was nice back in his day. Then RG3 and Chase Young are pretty solid. I don't know about the other one. He's going to be your wide receiver 1 when he's 90. So what? For the next 50 years after he's good, the Browns are going to be cursed again? Oh, Okuda. Okuda's definitely one I'm considering. Okuda and Swift are probably my top 2 choices. Messed up with the trash can shirt. I probably wouldn't do a golf one yet. I would want to make sure I know that he's good for us. Never buy a quarterback union shirt. Well, RG3 is cool. I mean, he wasn't the long-term guy, but Panthers can catch picks, but your team is not allowed to. I guess you're not wrong, yeah. Never make that mistake again. Proceeds to get a Fitzpatrick jersey after he throws 5 touchdowns in week 1. Third and 6. Big play for Arizona. Their offense needs some sort of momentum. Feels like EA's trying to favor a certain team. Maybe. Smirnoff has all day to throw, and he does that. Oh, I mean, it works. Okay, I guess I can't complain. Smirnoff had all that time. I thought he should have gone deep. I didn't realize there was somebody wide open. So they do get the first. Probably going to run one more play before the end of the quarter. His magic will be cool. Only needs a matchwork of all the teams he's been on. It says his magic. Yeah, there has to be someone who gets all of the jerseys of all the teams he's on, and instead of Fitzpatrick, it says Fitzmagic. That'd be beautiful. Thanks a lot, EA, for not letting you make the play. This game ain't over. Hold on, there's still 8 minutes. The Cardinals are only down by 3, and they have the ball. Trade your Stafford jersey to my uncle for the Goff jersey. I don't know if that jersey, the Goff jersey, would fit me. Because he's a tall glass of water. My dad is super short. But my uncles are not. So I don't think it would fit. And probably vice versa. And then paint the Goff jersey blue. I think his is already blue, but it's not like our blue. All the teams in one jersey. That would be sick. That's not what I was referring to earlier, but that would be sick. Yes, I didn't even think of that. For Fitzy. Gonna get a Fitzmagic jersey no matter what happens. What if you guys go 0-16 and he sucks? Arizona's doing this on purpose to play you in the wild card round. Could you bench Smirnov? No. Because I don't allow for depth chart changes in game, and we're using Carolina anyway, so we physically cannot. Smirnov is selling your bread. missed like 8 straight throws. Smirnoff gets benched before the playoffs. Imagine if Smirnoff sucked for the rest of the game and Nuke benched him for a wild card round. That'd be a little bit funny. Want to start collecting jerseys, but you don't know what players should you ask for? I mean, there's this former Ohio State corner who's pretty good. His name is Jeff Okuda. But I've always kind of wanted to have like a big jersey collection. I've always thought those have been like the coolest things ever. Like people who collect a bunch. Have like a man cave with like a bunch of framed jerseys. I think that's like the coolest thing. The Harvard journeyman quarterback. It is a good one. He does deserve a movie. Congrats to Joe. What if Joe Burrow sucks too? I mean, Smirnoff was good for the first half. And then he proceeds to launch a bomb for Davante Adams, which gives him about 50 yards.
The pass. Complete to Davante Adams. A gain of 42 yards on the play.
Same, want to do that? Yeah, I'd have to get jerseys for all 31 teams. I'm not getting Packer one, but the other ones would be cool. Smirnoff now launches a nuke for the end zone, and it's caught by Adams. I thought that was intercepted. Okay, so clearly Alexei Smirnoff has heard the trash talk. He's heard the rumblings of getting benched, and then he proceeds to answer with that. I thought for sure that was intercepted, though. It looked like it was, but Davante ripped... No, Davante just caught that with one hand. I thought the defender caught it, and Davante ripped it out of his hands. I thought for sure in real time that was picked off. Holy cow. What a drive for both Smirnoff and Davante Adams.
The kick is good. Makes the score Cardinals 17.
I was caught by a Cardinal? I know, that's my exact thought. Adams says, give me that mine. Adams equals... No, Adams is better than Jerry Rice right now. Even though Jerry Rice was a Mississippi Valley State Delta Devil. Wow, indeed. There's still 6 minutes. There's still plenty of time. But Carolina's offense has not been great in the second half. Their offense was better in the third quarters than the Cardinals, but that doesn't really say a whole lot. Because Arizona didn't really try in the third quarter. Totally buy a Steeler and Raven jersey to use it as toilet paper. Ah, yes, the last Aaron Rodgers jersey after he gets traded to Denver. Used as toilet paper. See how this plays out. You have an unsettling... Carolina could still absolutely win this game, so I would probably have an unsettling feeling too if I was you. But, I mean, I could see this going 50-50. No way Apple is offering you a third and Auden Tate for Wentz. I mean, I don't blame Apple. You gotta shoot your shot. You miss all the shots you don't take. So, I don't blame them. So then what? Would the Colts have Wentz, Goff, and Mahomes in the same QB room? That'd be loaded. You don't feel good about this? What if Arizona forces a turnover? Said one more. Still nah. I mean, Wentz hasn't been great this year, but last year he was the MVP, so... Take that as you will, I guess. I thought that was for sure going to be completed. 3rd and 4, maybe the biggest play of the game. If they don't get it, they're going to punt it. I don't think they should, though. Well, I don't know, maybe. That's not going to be an issue. They do get the first down. They get 24. Apple sees the QB and says, mine, give me that. And same goes for a wide receiver. If Apple sees a quarterback and wide receiver, he wants them. He wants them all. Baker is sacked by Avonte Maddox for a loss of 10. There's something. You want Vita Vea? I don't blame you. Second and 20. Nope. Now it's 3rd and 20. Would they go for a field goal here? Would they do it? Oh, look at JK. He got it. Wow. Okay, hello, JK. He gets 23. 10 catches for 125 yards. Usually it's 10 catches for like 50 yards with these running backs. Wow, what a play. Carolina now is at the 13. Dude wants Vita Vea, or if I was Apple, I would completely make Godwin off the table. Again, I don't blame Jax for shooting his shot. Wentz is quite good. J.K. Dobbins is also quite good as he brings it to the 1. Oh, baby, is Carolina going to punch it in? This game is determined to make sure you lose. You can still win. Still plenty of time as we're at the 2-minute warning. Carolina's running a 5-wide set on 1st and goal at the 1-yard line right after the 2-minute warning. That's EA Sports. And it's going to work, too. Oh, well, it didn't work that time. 90 with upgrades. Oh, wow. I mean, probably not that many upgrades. Probably a couple, but that's still quite good. 2nd and goal. Gesicki scores. It is not over. It's definitely not over. It's not. Arizona has 3 timeouts in a minute 54. That's more than enough time. That has a better chance of passing than Godwin for Wentz. What, the first trade? I wouldn't say it's over. They do have Smirnoff. Then I know we're not in a Hail Mary situation because there's still plenty of time. But if anyone's going to be wanting to do this, it's going to be Mr. Smirnoff. It's going to be the Russian comrade. Wow, I actually nailed that accent pretty well. I'm impressed. Smirnoff on 1st down. Short throw for Kamara. But big issue yet for Arizona. There's still a minute and a half. Your 7th for Wentz is a better chance of passing than Godwin. Back to Kamara. I'm surprised that worked. Look at Kamara. I thought that was going to be incomplete. Now they have it past midfield already. And they've still not used the timeout. Guys, it's not over. Told you. Arizona's having no trouble so far. I would have probably called time there. But it's not a big deal because they still have 50 seconds in all 3. They've completed a pass on every play this drive. Okay, now I feel like you're flirting with disaster by holding on to these timeouts. Now you're down to 30 seconds. Another completion for Smirnoff to the 14. And Arizona finally calls the timeout. What's good, RMP? Nearly died today. Oh, well, at least you didn't. Welcome. From the 14, 25 seconds to go. Does Smirnoff have magic? Not on that play. Quick recap, I beat KC to clinch, but Mahomes got hurt. Yes. EA found a way to mess with Nick again. Now they're only down to 17 seconds and 1 timeout. Oh, they're just going to run the ball. Do they just want to kick the field goal and send it to overtime? Yep, I guess that. Well, I feel like you could try to throw one play into the end zone here. With 11 seconds, okay, they're just going to kick now. I probably would have run another play, although I don't totally blame them. I don't think it was a terrible call to run. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, they probably shouldn't have done that. So it looks like they're going to tie it. It looks like we're going into overtime. Auden Tate will be an 85 this offseason, and the 3rd is not that bad, especially considering he'll be an early 3rd. I mean, it's not a bad offer, but Carson Wentz was the MVP last year. Maybe that trade would pass. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? What if the Cardinals lose on a Hail Mary? That'd be funny. Especially considering they're known for Hail Marys. It looks like Carolina will not do it because they're wusses. Nope, they're just going to run the clock out. We're going to overtime. Arizona probably clinches the 1 seed with a win. Carolina officially clinches a playoff spot with a win. I'm now just realizing this was last year's NFC Championship. I'm just realizing that now. It took me the entire game. Tails never fails. Arizona chooses tails and win the toss. Good for them for being smart. They only had one timeout. Oh, you mean Carolina? Oh, I thought you were referring to Arizona before they kicked the field goal. Yeah, Carolina probably should have gone for Hail Mary. And now they might regret it. What happens if this ends in a tie? I feel like a tie is pretty much a loss for Arizona. Arizona needs to win, probably to get the 1 seed. So a tie would be bad for the Cardinals. A tie is almost as bad as a loss. For Carolina, I think a tie does put them in. So Carolina needs to not lose in order to make the playoffs. Arizona probably needs to win to get the 1 seed. Okay. So Arizona needs to win, Carolina needs to not lose. That's pretty much the situation. So, man, you need to breathe. You just take a deep breath. You have the ball. You have the ball. If you guys score a touchdown, you win. Yeah, Panthers do clinch with a tie, so they need to not lose. If they get the ball, they should just knee out the clock. That'd be kind of funny if they did that. If there was like a minute left, we're just going to knee it. We know we'll make it anyway. Oh boy, they're in field goal range. Devontae Adams gets it to the 27. 9-6-1 is better than 9-7, yes. And since Carolina isn't tied with anybody for the 7 seed, or at least they're not tied with anybody below them, they'll, I think, guarantee make it, yeah. So Carolina playing for the tie would not be a bad idea. Arizona, meanwhile, cannot play for the tie. But Arizona also doesn't really have to worry about the clock because there's still almost 4 minutes left. They have it at the 25, so they should be good. Carolina has to get a stop within the next 2 plays, or else I don't think they have any shot to win. There's something. Kamara loses a yard. Reuben Foster's injured. For the purposes of stopping the clock, that's not terrible for Carolina. Obviously, they don't want injuries, particularly if he's going to the locker room, which he is not. Okay, so that's actually kind of good for the Panthers. What are these play calls? We're probably going to throw it here. On 3rd and 9. It's intercepted by the Panthers! Rogerio Christmas, the first-round pick. Wow! Smirnoff throws 3 interceptions today. Oh my goodness! Holy cow! Carolina can probably win it. A tie is a win for Carolina. Incoming turnover. He called it. Carolina just needs to run the clock out. That's what they need to do. They need to chew away at this clock. Fumble! It's a strip sack and it's picked up by the Cardinals! Oh my goodness! What has happened in the past minute of this game? Was that a fumble? Was it out? Was the ball out before he was down? Yeah, that's clean. That's game. They just have to kick the field goal. They're just going to go right through the kick. Wow. Oh my goodness. What an ending. What if he misses the field goal? That'd be kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. That'd be funny. Who forced that sack? It looked like it was a defensive back. And the Cardinals walk it off. Wow. What a game. There was absolutely no reason to pass there. Yes, you're absolutely right. They had no reason to. Was it Amos? Amos was insane today. So things in the NFC wildcard race have just gotten real interesting with Carolina losing this game. That opens the door for New Orleans. It opens the door for the Caps. This changes a lot. Wow, what a game. Is this our playoff preview? If this is any indication of how the playoffs is going to go, we're going to have a fun set of games these next few weeks. Smirnov was not great. He threw 3 interceptions. He just was not himself today. Will it be enough to not win the MVP? I don't know. We'll see. Baker was pretty good. He wasn't great, but he was pretty good. 2 players carried the ball all game. That's kind of funny. J.K. Dobbins had a nice game of the year. Devontae Adams was quite good as well. Adrian Amos had 3 sacks, so he was one for fumble force. What a game for Amos. He was incredible. All right, so now we're going to be simcasting the other 14 games. So we're going to start the games that don't have any playoff implications, that are pretty much just important for draft position. All right, let's see the schedule. Okay, the first game that has 0 playoff implications is none. All of these games are important. I don't think there's a single game where anybody's eliminated. I guess the Jets and Dolphins isn't that important because both teams are already in. But Chargers are playing for something. Hold on, let me show you guys the schedule. Every game is important for at least one team, I think. I don't want team, I want league schedule. This is the only game that's not that important because both teams clinched. For this game, I think both teams have a very slim shot, but technically they do. Titans still have a shot. Saints still have a shot. Oh no, this game isn't important. Okay, we'll start with this one. This game also is not. Okay, so I guess I'm just blind. This game, the Bengals have a slight shot. Bulldogs are playing for the division. Bucks are playing for the division. Caps are playing for a playoff spot. That one's important for both. That one's important for both. That one's important for the Rams. That's important for the Chargers. Okay. So we'll start with the Sentinels and Lions. The Lions have been eliminated thanks to Toronto winning. Orlando was already out. We're just going to use all the home teams just to make this easy. I don't think the Ravens can make it. I think you might be right. Because they have 6, they can't clinch the division. But the 7 seed is a bunch of 7-win teams, so I guess if the Texans, Titans, Chargers, and Chiefs all lose and the Ravens get in, or if the Ravens win, then I guess they have a mathematical shot? But that would be like a 0.1% chance of happening. Well, actually, probably not that low, but probably not high. Both teams playing for draft position. Who will pick higher? If the Sentinels lose, they'll probably get another top 10 pick, I would imagine. And the Lions are... Yeah, the Lions can't make a wildcard spot, so they're done. Sorry for all the rage. No problem, Chief. You had the right to be nervous, because that was very intense. Wow, what a boring game. Oh, the Lions scored with like 30 seconds left to win. Huh, there you go. With that logic, Buffalo has a chance. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, okay. So I guess Buffalo is like a super slim chance too. Jameis with a typical Jameis game. Nobody really ran it well. Okay, then New England and Dallas is the only other game where both teams are officially out. Both teams are playing for draft position, not so as much Dallas, since Toronto has that pick. Yeah, had you not beaten KC, then things would have gotten awkward. Alright, Dallas is a home team, so we'll use them. Then after that, I think we're going to do Jets-Dolphins, because both of those teams are already in. So the Jets are probably going to get the... I think the Jets could jump up to 1 if the Jags lost. But we'll do that game first. Or, I guess, next, after this one. And then the Dolphins bearing something crazy, they'll get 5. Smirnoff is still the MVP? I don't know, maybe. If Burrow plays really well, then it gets interesting. Speaking of, I'm probably going to have the award poll out within the next 24 hours. And then announce them before the OFL Bowl. I think that's the plan. I'll probably have the voting until the playoffs start. Yeah, Chargers Diablos is definitely going to be towards the end. Here we go. No, Dallas is already out. So Dallas winning doesn't really affect you guys. Hot start for Dallas. They are smoking New England so far. 21-0. Didn't this New England team beat the Chargers by like 40 a few weeks ago? They are getting pummeled right now by Dallas. Okay, New England puts up some points late, but it won't be enough. 38-17, a good win for the Cowboys. Watt ain't winning deep boy. It's going to be Myles Garrett, of course. Matt Woodard was really good. Kenneth Hawthorne with that nice passer rating. Kareem Hunt was really good. Danielle Hunter with 2 sacks. All right, so Dallas finishes 7-9. New England's what, like 5-11, I think? I think New England has 5 wins. Do they? I know they're in the ballpark. Woodard is 6 skill points. Wow. New England is 5-11. Yes. Okay. All right. Miami and the Jets are next. Both teams are playing for seeding, although they'll both probably stay at their current seedings, barring something crazy. Yeah, that Dallas pick could be in the back end of the top 10. Or if not close. Is Wentz your starting quarterback? I don't think so. I can check. But, I mean, I haven't touched your depth chart, so I assume he's not. Oh, you did make Carson Wentz QB1. Okay. I must have missed that, so I'll fix that. Are we going to watch the Chiefs? We already watched the Chiefs game. Unfortunately, you guys lost. So you guys need pretty much an absolute miracle to make the playoffs, but I guess we've seen crazier in Madden Sim. Dolphins looking good early. If the Dolphins can beat this Jets team, that'd be a statement for them going into the playoffs. Jets are picking it up. They missed the extra point, but they do lead by 5. Dolphins score and the 2. Wow, this has actually turned out to be a good game. Miami takes the lead, and the Dolphins win. So Miami officially clinches the 5 seed, and I think with the Jets losing, they officially clinch the 2. So Jacksonville officially gets 1. So 1 is Jacksonville, 2 is the Jets, 3 is the Diablos, and 5 is the Dolphins. I believe those are all now clinched. Hope both teams have fun here. Indeed. Wow, Aaron Rodgers threw 4 touchdowns. Jose Morales with a nice game. He had a lot of skill points. So the Jags-Raiders game is not as important. Because the Raiders are probably going to make it anyway, but since they're not for sure in, we'll still say that one closer to the end. Okay, which game are we going to watch next? I think we're going to do 49ers-Rams. Because the Rams are only playing for seeding, and the Niners are already out. Aaron Rodgers makes Pater look like Ben Roseman. That's so true. Yes, the Rams are home. So the Rams pretty much need to win in order to possibly get the 1 seed. Niners, how many wins does San Francisco have? Do they have 5? I think. They have 4. Ugh. Yeah, the Niners are definitely playing for draft position. They could have something quite high. I wonder how the Rams are going to do in the playoffs. They are a sneaky, interesting team. I don't think we watched them a ton this year. I don't know if we watched them at all, but curious to see if the rookie has what it takes. Hoping for a Rams dub. Would you rather play the Rams or the Snowhawks? That's the question. If I was you, I would probably honestly rather play, I don't know. I would probably rather play the Rams. The Rams and the Snowhawks are pretty much even. But yeah, LA has no business not winning this game. I love how Ian is a super heavy favorite over a Husker team. Kind of ironic. Rams are having no issues so far. You prefer them over Portland? Well, it looks like the Rams are going to win this game. 41. Could Keith be in the MVP discussion? Because he's been on fire as of late. Wow, Justin Herbert was not terrible. Keith Prioli with another good game. He also ran for a score. Niners finished 4-12. They're definitely going to pick in the top 5, maybe even the top 3. Could the Niners get 1? If the Colts and Steelers both win, I suppose it's possible. Rather play the Rams. Can't deal with Kyler? Yeah, but Kyler's inconsistent. I think Keith Priolio is better than Kyler Murray. But I think the Snowhawks roster is a little bit more well-rounded than the Rams is. Think you saw an NFL 100 logo on that San Francisco hat? Huh, that's weird. Wouldn't NFL 100 be in that in 20? Alright, the next game we're going to do is... we're going to do the Packers and the Bucks. If Tampa Bay wins, they officially clinch the division. If not, things get... I think Tampa Bay wins the division anyway, though, right? I think? Hold on. If Tampa Bay wins, they probably get the 2 seed. How did they do against Carolina? They won? And they won. So Tampa Bay should have the tiebreaker. So they should win the division regardless. But it's EA Sports, so you never know. Defense is not meant to play a quarterback like Kyler and a running back like Sanders. Yeah, Miles Sanders is better than the Rams running back, although Devin Singletary did have some nice games this year. Packers playing for draft position as well. They could be in the top 5. I think. I don't know. They'd be close. They could be close. All right, here we go. Packers up. We've not seen a lot of surprises today, but that might change here. Green Bay up against the Bucks. This would be, I think, our first upset. Actually, the Dolphins beating the Jets is a little bit surprising. But the Dolphins are legit. Oh, Tampa Bay takes the lead. Packers answer back, and Green Bay wins. So, the NFC playoff race gets even more weird, with the Bucks losing. I think Tampa Bay still wins the division. I think. What a duel by both quarterbacks. Jordan Love and Sam Darnold were both very good. Who is Carl Tucker and why did he do so well? It's been a good day for teams like the Caps and the Saints so far. I guess London, too. Alright, what are we going to do next? I think we're going to get some of the AFC games done. We're going to do Ravens-Texans. No. Yes. Yes, we're going to do Ravens-Texans. Have we seen games yet? Don't spoil. We're getting through them. We've not seen yours yet. Who's home? The Texans are. Okay. The Texans have a better chance than Baltimore does to make it. Baltimore, for what we know, might already be out. Go Ravens for your draft position. Yeah, Ravens win would be good for you guys, probably. Both teams need to win in order to... What if everybody who needs to win in the AFC loses and the Texans get in? The Texans pretty much need to win to stay alive. Same can be said for Baltimore. You don't know what to do with your draft picks? Well, I guess once we see the draft class, we might get some answers. I have not seen it yet, so I'm not trying to hint at anything. I have no clue what the draft class looks like. Ravens loss would definitely help you guys with that pick, for sure. Baltimore's currently up. Ravens now lead convincingly going into the third quarter. Yeah, Baltimore looks like they had this one on lockdown. Up by 3 scores. So the Ravens are going to hold on and beat the Texans. So Houston is probably out. This has been a really good week for the Chargers and I guess the Titans. Because those are the only other teams in the wild card race. And I guess Buffalo is still technically alive too. So all the teams in the AFC who've needed to win have lost, except for the Ravens. So I guess Baltimore could maybe sneak in with the skin of their teeth? Maybe? Alright, what game are we going to do next? I have to change the Caps quarterback situation first. How many do we have left? We have the Raiders, Jags, Snowhawks, Cougars, Bills, Caps, Eagles, Bulldogs, Steelers, Bengals, Saints, Steamers, Colts, Titans. Okay, so we still have a good number left. I think we're going to do the Steelers and the Bengals next. Steelers playing for the #1 pick. Bengals are playing for a playoff spot. Your game will be towards the back. I don't know if it'll be last, but it'll be pretty close. Ravens getting in would be funny. That would be really funny. With how bad they've played since, like, the Dak trade, pretty much, if they still got in, that'd be a little bit wild. But they have no shot to get in if the Bengals win today. Cincinnati has a legit shot to sneak in with the Chiefs and Texans both losing so far. It's been a good week for Cincy, it's been a good week for the Titans, and it's been a good week for the Chargers. And that's less competition that the Raiders have to deal with. So the Raiders should be happy about this too. We want Brady starting. Brady for the playoffs, yes! That'd be funny. I'm not... Who is the tiebreaker over the Steelers and Colts? For a draft pick. I have no clue. I think we're going to do the Colts game next. So... And the Colts play the Titans. So, the Bengals and Titans are in pretty similar spots. The only difference is I think Cincy can still technically clinch the division. Okay, a lot of offense so far. Bengals score, finally. Now there's some offense. Cincy up by 10. Steelers are making it a game, though. Steelers are up now. Can the Steelers hold on? I don't think so. They tie it. We're going to overtime. And the Steelers win it in OT. Wow. So the Colts probably will get pick 1. And the Chargers and the Titans have to be very happy so far. I think the Cougars clinch. The Cougars officially clinch the AFC North. So this means the seeds for the AFC look like Jacksonville, the Jets, the Diablos, the Cougars, and the Dolphins as the top 5. Yeah, the Bengals winning might have helped your pick. But since the Bengals didn't win, I don't know. Alright, we're going to do Colts Titans next. The Chargers might be able to get in with just because everybody lost. That'd be funny. If everybody loses, who needs to win? And I guess maybe the Ravens and Bills still have a slight shot, right? Neither of those teams are out yet because the 7th seed still does not have 8 wins. Titans are home. We're probably going to have an under 5. Well, I don't know about probably. If the Titans and Chargers lose, then we will have an under 500 team in the playoffs. If the Colts lose, by the way, they officially clinch the #1 pick. And if they win, then there's going to be a bunch of teams at 4 and 12, and things are going to get really awkward. All we need is the Titans and Chargers loss and the Bills to win, and then all hell will break loose. You're absolutely right. There's going to be like 6 teams tied for 7 and 9, and it's going to be funny. Raiders next. No, Raiders are... Actually, the Raiders game isn't all that important now. So the Raiders probably will be next, because the Raiders, everybody who the Raiders have need to lose have lost. So the Raiders are going to get in barring some crazy miracle. I think the Raiders clinch if the Titans or the Chargers lose. And if the Raiders win, they're fine. If the Titans lose this game, then I think the Raiders officially clinch. I think. It's going to be like Season 5 of the NFC of OFL 20 all over again. And it's going to be the one CPU team who sneaks in them. Although the Titans and Bengals are both CPU. So I would hope it wouldn't be one of them. It'd be a lot funnier to see like Kansas City or San Diego. Wow, the Colts are actually winning so far. If the Titans lose, oh my goodness, the Titans are actually going to lose. Oh my goodness, all hell is breaking loose in the AFC right now. Are you kidding? So, if the playoff bracket is telling us the truth, the Chargers can get in because everybody is lost. And if the Chargers lose, then everything gets fuzzy. And now what happens with the #1 pick? Because the 2 teams who were tied for 3 and 12 both won. This is wild. We have had quite the stream today. This has been a blast. A lot of sacks. Holy cow. 3 for Robert Quinn and John Simon. Who is the Jags coach? RMP is. I'm not playing my starters. I want to see Trace. But now I kind of want to see us win, too. This has been a very weird week. Alright, we're going to do Raiders and Jags next, because I think the Raiders now clinch, because all of those teams have lost. So I think the only team who could pass for Raiders is the Chargers, and that would imply that the Raiders would fall to 7, which means they're still in. And the Jags, wow, that guy has 10 skill points. Holy hell, Jeremiah Harris has 8. But no, I'm not going to play my starters. I will show you guys my depth chart, by the way, once we get to that game. Alright, so this game now isn't super important. I think. Let me see the standings real quick. Hold on. I gotta see the standings. I don't want stats. We want standings. Okay, so the Jags, it doesn't say they have the 1, but they do. It's not going to say the Raiders have clinched, but they have. Because the Chargers are the only 7 and 8 team. Yeah, so the Raiders are in. Good guy with 10. Did you? I know Colbert had 8. Who had 10? Alright, after this, we have... How many more games? Snowhawks, Cougars, Bills, Caps, Eagles, Bulldogs. I have not done that game. That game will probably be next. Saints, Steamers. Is that it? Oh, obviously our game. Chargers, Diablos. Okay. I think we're going to do Eagles and Bulldogs next. We might start to attack the NFC. Because we've gotten through pretty much all the AFC stuff. Other than us and the Chargers, all the AFC stuff is pretty much done. Ravens are at the bottom. Yeah, but I don't know if that matters. If the Raiders win, I think they officially clinch the 6th seed. So that would mean that the Raiders would officially play us. And the Dolphins, by the way, officially play the Cougars. So far, Jacksonville is up. Jags have already clinched the 1 seed. They're sitting pretty. Oh, Raiders tie it. Jags immediately answer back. Raiders answer back. Going to overtime. Will we finish with a tie? Nope, the Jags win on a walk-off field goal. So, the Raiders will finish 8-8, but they are in. Jacksonville finishes at 14-2. Burrow and Small were both very good. Alexander Madison in a nice game. Nice amount of yards for Calvin Griggs. Okay, we're going to do Eagles and Bulldogs. If the Bulldogs win, they clinch the division. Does that push Joe Burrow over the top for the MVP race, by the way? The Raiders are clinched, I think. So, yeah, so they're good. All right, next we have the Bulldogs. They're a game ahead of Columbus. So if they win, they clinch the division, and if not, then all hell will break loose in the NFC. The Eagles are 4-11. The Eagles can get the #1 pick again. Hold on. Yeah, the Steelers, Colts, Niners, and Eagles all have 4 wins. According to that order, I guess the Steelers get pick 1, I think. That's how it works? I don't know. EA would be somehow nice. Yes, the Chiefs are still alive. If the Chargers lose, then the Chiefs are technically still alive, along with the other, like, 7 and 9 teams in that conference. Smirnoff had 1 bad game. That was, yeah, but Burrow didn't have many bad games either. I think he might have had 1 or 2. It was a horrible, yeah, I wouldn't say it was horrible. I mean, you guys play, I mean, Scooter was an MVP candidate. So you did something right. Even if you guys finished in the middle. Stain's not getting a top draft pick, but I don't think it was a terrible year for you guys. Alright, I kind of want to see an Eagles win, just because all hell would now break loose in the NFC playoff race. Currently tied at 7. London is now up. The Bulldogs should have no problem winning this game. They should. The kicker is hurt! How? Yeah, and London has this one in the bag. So the Bulldogs have clinched the NFC East. I think they clinched the 2 seed. Because they now have 10 wins. Yeah. So London gets the 2. Now Columbus has to win in order to get a wild card spot. Alright, so the games we have left are Chargers, Diablos, Snowhawks, Cougars, Bills, Caps, and I believe that's it. We're going to start with Snowhawks and Cougars. O-line is dookie because he spent money. Well, O-line doesn't matter that much in this game. Zeke was very good. And he will push London to the 2 seed in the NFC. You and Pro are so happy. You should be so happy because you guys should make it. Yeah, I think we're going to do Cougars, Hawks, Bills, Caps, and Chargers, Diablos. I think that'll be the order, yeah. Unless there's a game I missed, which I don't think so. The Chargers, Diablos game is already Sunday night, so that's kind of fitting. Is it just those 3? Am I correct here? Oh, Saints Steamers! Okay, we'll start with that one. Saints are still in it. That would make the NFC wildcard race interesting. No, the Steamers are a home team. We're user in Memphis. Steamers are playing for draft position. They were in the fight pretty much the whole year, but they are they're out. Yeah, no, they're out. That's already official. Saints to smite Jags or Memphis to get your draft pick higher. Well, Jags could still miss even if the Saints lose. The Caps have to win in order to have a chance to make it. How many more games? After this, there are 3 more. So including this one, there are 4. Tied at 7. I hope we have a tie somewhere. That would make things awkward. Yeah, you guys have to win, and if you do win, you might get in. I'm not entirely sure. Memphis is doing well early. And the Steamers hold on. The Saints are out, I think. Right? Yeah, because the 7th seed is 9 wins. So the 7th seed in the NFC is going to be either Carolina or Columbus. Or the Bucks. No. It probably won't be the Bucks. They probably win the division. Jimmy Garoppolo did outplay Will Duvall. Jalen Reagor had a nice game on the ground. Alright, next up is going to be the Cougars and the Snowhawks. Portland is playing for seeding. The Cougars have had a good day because they have clinched their division with the Bengals losing. The Caps are not in yet. They still have to win in order to... Did they play Carolina this year, by chance? I think so, yeah, because they both won their divisions. So they did play. Who won? The Caps won! Oh yeah, I remember that game. We watched it. So if Columbus wins, they should be in. Keyword is should. Alright, we want the Cougars. They are home. If this game cares about tiebreakers, Columbus winning would put them in. But I don't know if this game does or not. Yeah, if the Caps win, they're in. If the Bills win, Carolina's in. I'm pretty sure that should be how it works. And if Buffalo wins, then things in the AFC are going to get even weirder. If they're not already weird enough. Wow, Romer has 31 touchdowns. He does have 17 interceptions, which is definitely a lot. Yes, this game is important for Portland possibly getting a 1 seed. The Cougars' seeding is now locked. They are getting 4. I accidentally pressed next quarter. I did not mean to do that. Currently, Chicago is up. The Cougars will be playing Miami in the first round of playoffs. That's a good game. Not a lot of scoring in the 3rd quarter. On to the 4th. Portland ties it. Cougars attack on a field goal. Portland with a touchdown. Snowhawks win it. So the top 3 teams in the NFC West all win. They all go up to 12-4. The Cardinals should get 1. I think the Rams are ahead of the Snowhawks. I think. I could be wrong. I'll check what the playoff picture looks like. Two and a half sacks for Quinnen Williams. So I think the Cougars finish 8-8. Which is good enough to win the division. Alright, we're down to our final 2 games. Bills, Caps, and Chargers, Diablos. So this game, my YouTube just crashed. Hold on. Or my iPad died. My YouTube did not crash. But my thing turned off. Here, let me pull it up on a different device. Okay. Let me check what the playoff picture looks like as of now with those NFC teams. So I know the Cardinals, they're listing at 1. So the Cardinals should get the number 1 seed, I think. Yeah. So as of now, it would be the Rams playing Portland and the Bulldogs playing the Snowhawks. But the Bulldogs jump up to 2. So it's probably going to be the Bucks playing Portland, I think. All right, we're going to do Bills Caps first. Right? Do you guys want to see Bills Caps first or the Chargers and Diablos first? Which one would you guys rather see? I know I see Nick wants to see Chargers Diablos first. Yeah, I think you guys are deadlocked at 4. Hope you don't rematch with the Panthers. Well, if Columbus wins, I don't think that'll be an issue because Carolina's going to be out. 1 vote for Chargers Diablos, 2 votes for Chargers Diablos, 1 for Bills Caps. I don't really have a preference because they're both very important. Doesn't matter to you. Okay, we'll do the Charger game first. Who is home? Are the Chargers home? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Nope, we're home. Okay, and as you guys can see, I did put in the backups, except for a few positions like the offensive line. So Trace McSorley is now the starting quarterback. Defensively, there are still a few starters, but like Myles Garrett, Shaq Barrett, Jeff Okudah, Marlon Humphrey, Devin White, Bobby Wagner, Bobby Okereke, they're all not playing. Doesn't matter because you're still not... Well, if the Chargers lose, then you still have a very slight chance. If the Chargers win, then all the craziness in the AFC does not matter. If we win, then things could get weird. According to the playoff picture, the Chargers should still make it even if they lose. But, if we remember last week, the Chargers going into Week 16 were not in the top 7. They then lost to the Dolphins, and they still jumped up to 7. I don't know how you jump up after a loss, so you don't really actually know. I think of the 7-win teams in the AFC, I think the Chargers are the most interesting. So I'd rather see the Chargers get it. But for the memes and for the craziness, I would not be upset to see us win either. But of those teams fighting for the 17th, I'd probably want to see either the Chargers or the Chiefs, I think. I wonder what Trace McSorley's going to do. No, Eric Flowers is actually one of our starters. He's our starting right tackle, I think. Chargers are looking good here. Yeah, San Diego's going to win. So the Chargers will make it. So this next game for the Bills doesn't matter because Buffalo is now out. So the craziness in the AFC is done. So the final seedings, I think, are Jacksonville. Who's 2? The Jets are 2. Diablos, Cougars, Dolphins, and then the Raiders and Chargers are 6 and 7 in some order. Yes, you guys are now officially out. Has IT ever played in a playoff game? I don't know. Trace McSorley threw 2 touchdowns. He threw under 50%, but he averaged 11.2 yards per attempt, and he averaged over like 20 yards of completion. IT was decent. He wasn't great, but he wasn't bad. Chargers ran the ball well. Holy juju! Oh my God! 6 catches for 215 yards, 193 were after the catch. Wow. Is Juju my slot receiver? That's probably it. Okay. Because I technically benched him. I had to start Trace. I didn't want Phil to get hurt. All right, final game of the day. The Bills are now out. So now it's a question. If the Caps win, they should be in. If they lose, they're done. And, you know, if the Caps lose, then the 14 teams projected to make the playoffs at the beginning of a week will be the teams who end up making it. So if all of this craziness, if Columbus loses, then nobody will jump in, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how it would work. All right, here we go. Final game of the day. Trace do be better than Phil. I made the change to Wentz, right? Since I'm using the caps, I can double check, but I'm like 99% sure I did. God damn it, you sacrificed Chip for the craziness for the 7 seed. Well, it was crazy throughout the stream. We just won't be wondering for the next 5 minutes who it ends up being. So the next 5 minutes won't be as fun, but my quarterback stays healthy, so we're all good. All right, Caps, go for draft position. Yeah, the Bills winning would technically help your draft pick, too. F Octi, all my homies hate Octi. I pulled off an Eagles. Okay, Carson is starting. Here we go! Final game of the season. The regular season, it is. Caps score quickly. Bills answer back. We're tied at 7. Caps immediately answer. Bills tack on a field goal. Bills tack on another field goal. Bills tack on another field goal. Caps with a field goal. Columbus with another one. Can the Bills get it? They don't! Columbus wins! So the Caps should make it? I think? So Buffalo finishes 6-10. The Caps jump up to 9-7. Based on the tiebreaker, they should pass Carolina. Did the Caps play the Bucks by chance? I know the Bucks have the tiebreaker over Carolina too. So the Bucks should still finish higher. Carson Wentz was very good. He must have heard his name in the trade rumors. Matthew Stafford was pretty bleh. Todd Gurley didn't do all that well. Stephon Diggs did, though. A lot of sacks, it looks like. So I think that's it for the regular season. So I think the only question is who gets the final spot in the NFC. Did we hit 1,000 comments? No, but we're probably gonna. I mean, we'll be live for another, what, like, probably 10 minutes? So we should get it. Close your tabs, spamming on the keyboard. So I think that's it, right? That should be it. Has everybody played 16 games? Yeah. Okay, so what it should look like is Jags, Jets, Diablos, Cougars, Dolphins, Raiders, and Chargers. That's what it should look like. NFC. Cardinals, no, not Rams. What? Bulldogs, Bucks, Thunderbirds, Rams, Snowhawks, Caps. I know it has the Panthers above the Caps, but I don't... Yeah, the order has not changed from last week. So, that doesn't mean anything. Who gets... Yeah, the question is for the AFC, who gets 6 and who gets 7 between the Raiders and the Chargers? For the NFC, it's... Do the Caps get in like they should? Did they play the Bucks? They did not. Okay. Alright, time to sim. Here we go. This is it for all the marbles. Hold on, let me save it real quick. We should know what's going to happen, but I am a little bit nervous. Sim of the loser team. Oh, I shouldn't have done it on the Caps, because now we're going to know right away. Yep, Columbus does get 7. Okay, so pretty much what we expected to happen happened. So the Panthers are out. The Bucks do win that division. The Caps get 7. The Raiders get 6, and the Chargers get 7. Okay, so Madden didn't mess up any of the tiebreakers. Believe it or not. So we've got Jets, Chargers, Diablos, Raiders, Cougars, Dolphins, Thunderbirds, Rams, Bucks, Snowhawks, and Bulldogs, Caps. You play the Bulldogs easy. I feel like I've done this before, but hold on. Let me see here. Yes, I will be showing the draft pick orders in just a second. Just want to show Jack something real quick. Well, if the Caps beat the Bulldogs, then you will end up playing them, yeah. Alright, let's see if it draft pick orders. Who gets 1? I don't know if this will be exactly correct, but if it is, the 49ers will be picking at 1 after losing 4 straight to end the year. Steelers 2, Eagles 3, Colts 4, Patriots 5. The Lions would obviously be picking above the Chargers and Raiders. I won't be going through individual stats now. I will be going through league leaders. And then I'll briefly check injuries, and then I guess that'll do it. Watched is a whole different ball game. I probably would pick you guys to beat the Bulldogs in a watch game, but I wouldn't call them easy. Okay, let's compare Smirnoff and Burrow real quick. Really can't go wrong either way. Almost identical passing, touchdowns, and completion percentages. Smirnoff threw more picks, but he also threw more yards. So that's super even. And both of their teams got the 1 seed. So this isn't going to end up being a very close vote. Who else makes it? Garoppolo's numbers are deserving, but he didn't make the playoffs. Scuda did not make the playoffs, but his numbers, again, deserving. Keith Priolio might be on the list, if we're being honest. Darnold, again, his numbers were really good, but he didn't make the playoffs. You could make a discussion for a guy like Aaron Rodgers. Patrick Mahomes, maybe. Deshaun Watson only threw 5 interceptions? Wow, that's all? Huh. Would have thought it would have been more. The rushing champ is Ezekiel Elliott. Wow, Devin Singletary finished 4th. Good for him. Let's call him Keith Pringles instead. Devontae Adams led the league in receiving yards. Receptions goes to A.J. Brown. Didn't he lead in receptions last year too? I think so. We'll go to about 900 yards. I'll also show the top of receptions and touchdowns. I'm going to try to put the award polls up today if I have time, which I think I will. I'm not really doing anything after the stream. So, I'll probably do that now. I don't know if I'll be able to get it up today, but I probably will. Wow, that's a lot of sacks allowed by Titus Howard. 24. Saw Lamb in 3rd, and you thought it was CD. No, I think it was one of those Packers scrubs. Hold on, let's do tackles for loss. Garrison Parks. Jose Bunsuave was 3rd? I didn't realize he was that high. Damn! Checking by conference. Here we go. Oh, the leader was actually John Fulton with 24. Respectfully, I've got to ask, who the hell is John Fulton? I've never seen that guy in my life. David Onyemata was 2nd. Okay. Stay up till 4 a.m. with me, or I will reveal name. Well, I guess everyone's going to know that my name is Joe Schmo. How many picks does John Johnson have? Hold on. We'll check that after sacks. Myles Garrett is the sack champ. Solomon Thomas had 12.5. He did have 3 in the watch game last week. I didn't think I'd see him that high, though. All right, let's go by conference. In the NFC, yeah, Myles Garrett is, in fact, the sack champ. But Watts, right next to each other. All right, interceptions. The NFC goes to Jalen Ramsey and Jerome Baker with 5. The AFC, it's Devin Bush with 6. Huh, I didn't realize Devin Bush was that good of the year. TJ Watt is not better than Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett's getting my vote for Defensive Player of the Year. John Johnson had 4, by the way. How about fumble forces? I want recoveries. I want forces. I also want to be able to see tackles real quick. Okay, how about the NFC? Reuben Foster and the Honey Badger had 3. Alright, kicking. Did anybody not miss a kick? Enzo made the most field goals. Oh, Justin Tucker was perfect! Is he going to miss a kick like Morton Anderson did in the playoffs? Has to happen. Justin Tucker was perfect. Wow. How about that? Oh, that's just the NFC. Ricky Lee was also perfect. So we had 2 perfect kickers this year. Josh Lambo also did not miss a field goal, but he did miss an extra point. Huh. How cool. Who else was perfect with the extra points? Rosas, Carpenter, McGannis, Zerline, Enzo, Elliott, Hunter Black, Justin Rothweiser. I know I said that wrong. Ryan Suckup, Tucker McCann, Nick Roby, Austin Seibert, Chandler Catanzaro, Mark Lee, and Michael Dixon, the punter, made an extra point. Did anybody miss multiple? Yeah, a lot of guys did. Tyler Bass missed 3. Dixon led the league in punts. Least amount of punts was Jamie Gillian, about inside the 20. J.K. Scott. Kick return touchdowns. We got Malcolm Tremblay, Kemp, Bryant, Carlisle, Jeremiah Harris, Steven Sims, and Alex Howard. Anybody with a punt return touchdown? Christian McCaffrey and Tyrone Gordon. I didn't know he returned punts. All right, who does Madden give the MVP award to? Probably going to be Burrow, right? Yeah, they give it to Burrow. Okay. Now, Madden's awards won't impact how we do it. Shaq Thompson, Defensive Player of the Year. How is Garrett 5th? The slander. Tremblay's really going to make a Pro Bowl again, isn't he? Wow, Justin Jefferson, best receiver. I didn't realize he was that good. Jaguars racking in the hardware, which is to be expected when you go 14-2. Nope. Hold on. We want NFC. What am I doing? Smirnoff gets Offensive Player of the Year. Who gets Defensive Player of the Year? Fred Warner. Myles Garrett slander will, in fact, not be tolerated. Keith Prilio wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Wow, no way! Who is Isaiah Pryor? Well, he's the Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's who he is. Usually win Coach of the Year. You'll probably be on the list. Okay, interesting. Nolan Cutler was definitely robbed. I think that will... Oh, no injuries. Hold on. I'm dumb. Caps have no injuries. Cardinals have Tack McKinley is out 5 weeks. Chargers, LaMichael Flynn is out 5 weeks. Tavai was 10th for bet. To be honest, I think Tavai should be higher. Tavai was kind of nice this year. I'm not even going to lie. He was really good. Ooh, Tunsil's out. I didn't even know that. Oh, yeah, Tunsil's been out for a while. No, Panthers are already done. J.J. Watt would have been out anyway. Roy Kenya's hurt. That's kind of a big deal. Jelani Salami! Jelani was really good this year for the Rams. I'm not even going to lie. He was. I'd be lying if I said otherwise. Okay, which games are we going to watch next stream? Probably going to watch 3. I don't know yet. I guess that we can decide that within the next couple days. I don't know when the next stream is going to be. I'm getting my second shot tomorrow, so I'm probably going to be sick for the next few days. So I really don't know when I'm going to feel better. But if I were to guess, probably Tuesday or Wednesday is going to be the next stream. Unless I feel healthy on Monday, which I don't know if I will. I've seen the horror stories, so I'm not particularly excited. But yeah, hope everybody enjoyed. Week 17 is done. We are now on to the playoffs.